Dinarland highlights, June 16, 2017. First up from Inner Saint. Article. The central bank prepares banks and transfer 25 million per month. Here is my take on this important development. It occurred to me that what we are seeing here is a plan to use some of the reserves to reduce the money supply in Iraq. The article makes clear that there is not a corruption problem. However, they are still putting some limits on the exchange, dinars for foreign currency. Furthermore, the CBI is making it clear up front that the banks will not be allowed to take advantage of the public who wish to purchase foreign currency. This means that they will be forced to give the foreign currency at the official rate rather than the market rate. As word of this gets out, there will be more and more people who will want to surrender their dinars at that rate, thus saving many dinars by getting the foreign currency below the market rate. This will have two effects. First, it will put pressure on the market rate to come in line with the official rate. Why would I buy something with 1,300 dinar if I could get it for 1,160 dinar by simply converting to dollars first, or euros, etc.? This will stabilize the market rate immediately and begin to bring it in line with the official rate. Second, the exchange of foreign currency for dinars will allow the CBI to destroy the dinars turned in, admittedly for a similar drawdown on their reserves. However, the result will put similar pressure on the market rate to begin to bring it in line with the official rate. Of course, the exchange will be monitored and limited so that reserves don't disappear. The CBI has ample reserves in comparison to the current money supply of dinars. They could afford to give up even 1/3 of their reserves and still have over 100% coverage of their money supply. This is a prudent and simple way to draw down the money supply without affecting day-to-day commerce, because they will be exchanging with travelers, people who are doing so not for daily commerce but to go to a foreign country and spend the foreign currency. This will therefore have no effect on liquidity within the country. Next, even though they will be giving up reserves, they will also be reducing the money supply of dinars. Thus, ideally, they should still retain the strongest currency in the world in terms of reserves compared to money supply. So, for example, if the current money supply is 40 billion dinars and the reserves is $60 billion, then if they reduce the money supply to 30 billion dinars, the reserves could fall to $45 billion and they would still have 150% coverage of their money supply. Finally, by putting it out front that the banks will be fined if they break the rules, the CBI is essentially forcing them to become world bankers who follow the big boy rules. This will set them up for the move to a floating dinar. Next from Phil Lyman. Article. Officer says army took over Mosul's old city entrance, IS trapped. Quotes. Hartz added that the coming 48 hours will see forces invading the district. Iraqi commanders have recently said that a few hundred IS fighters remained in the old city, the group's last refuge in western Mosul. Very little news seen today, and then we have this. Can't imagine the invasion into Old City coming without a great price to pay. Stay tuned. From Chattels. June 5 is still the last entry date on the CBI foreign exchange auctions. From Admin Bill. Iraq appears to be cleaning up pockets of resistance. Stability in Iraq appears to be close at hand. From Frank 26 and Delta. What are they doing with the auctions? We believe they are piggybacking them for the end of the month, when we expect them to stop. Extra auctions, just in case. It looks like now that these systems in automated, buying and selling is easier faster. The results of the auctions are coming way before they used to. The CBI has done a tremendous job on their system and they are ready at a moment's notice. The CBI in Alec, he stated that the auctions are transitional. That's like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. We believe that the MR will travel at the speed of light, and now that their equipment can travel at the speed of light, this is obvious what they are preparing to do. In my opinion, their system is the latest available, perhaps faster than what we have in the USA. This program rate is limping on this high-tech system. They are preparing for a revaluation, again in my opinion. Rayren 98. Do you think it will get out of this month? Sure, I think it will happen this month. As far as Iraq is concerned, we can only depend on what they tell their people, and what they do. They keep saying they will have reconciliation at the end of Ramadan, and they have been conditioning their citizens for the cashless society, so that they can revalue with a keystroke. Iraq told their people, liberation of Mosul, and now we're waiting for the formal announcement, although we all know Mosul is liberated. They may hold that announcement until the end of Ramadan. They are saying at that point everything will be hunky-dory, and citizens will love their neighbors, their money, and their country. Peggy 68. I was looking and reviewing all of the spreadsheets together and I noticed different patterns. I found that matching up Iraq's working days on a calendar with the daily rates going backwards, the pattern had shown that on Mondays the rate was always at its highest and Wednesdays at its lowest most. The auction spreadsheets had specific days that represented when things were done on a consistent basis inside the bank, such as their maturity dates were always on Wednesdays and their settlement dates were always on Thursdays. There are 30 days between each month's maturity and settlement dates, all on the last Wednesday and Thursday of each month. On June 14th and 21st on one specific spreadsheet all transactions were marked cancelled for these days. End of highlights for now. Like, and subscribe to the IQD Calls YouTube channel. And as always, more at the IQDcalls.com website.